be back in a minute for numbers 4, which is apparently, I just saw a pop-up, a message come up. So I suppose we are now in part 2 of this recording. So for the numbers 4, we're going to start in a minute. Okay, the last ones, the last number 3, who chose the blue stone. Let's move that out of the way. The event that affects you greatly now, and then we have the Oracle of Delphi, a major arcana card, the first one of that, beautiful card. And what stands out to me with this card is that she gets the messages, she channels the messages, but the priest, he interprets them, he writes them down. And I get the feeling for this reading with this card that you felt used and abused. You were, whether that was as an oracle or in a different other position. I feel more like you were very intuitive. You were very intuitive for sure, but I do feel that in general you felt used and just used, that you didn't have a say, you know, you couldn't speak your mind. And I feel very, very strongly that you were a woman and that you were dependent on men to, well, to basically spread your wisdom, your knowledge. You didn't have a say. You didn't have a say at all. You could just sit there and be pretty, and whatever you did come up with that was important or was of value, it was relayed by a man, and you couldn't do anything about that because that was society at the time. You didn't have a say in matters, and that really, I mean, she doesn't look happy, does she? Not to me anyway. Come on, focus. I'm hoping it to... Ah, there we are. I don't feel she looks very happy. You know, with another reading, maybe I do feel she is happy and just concentrating or whatever, but now I feel she's not happy. She's put on a pedestal, just being pretty and whatever, and but she hasn't a say in anything, and she does have something to offer. Otherwise, the man wouldn't be there. But it doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel good. And I drew an extra card because, again, her arm is pointing in that direction. So I drew a card to see what she is pointing at. And then I have this treasure, 2 of keys, 2 of pentacles in default tarot. But this is not default tarot. And when I look at that, he doesn't look all too happy either. He looks quite dejected, desperate, hurt. This is his home. This is all he has. This is all he had and has to offer in. This is everything he has in life. And it's just, you know, it's trashed. He's robbed of everything that matters to him. And that's how she feels. That's how you felt in that life. Because you didn't have a say. You couldn't be who you really were, who you wanted to be. You couldn't offer and do what you wanted to offer and do. You weren't allowed to. You couldn't because of the society. You were a woman, and women weren't allowed to speak up and, you know, and have any powerful positions or anything. They just had to do what men told them to do. And that left you feeling like this. Abused and robbed and, yeah, violated. That's the word that comes to mind, violated. How that affects you in the now, this life. We have 6 of forces, that is 6 of wands. In default tarot, but again, this is not default tarot, so I'm gonna let go of that. 6 of forces, the waterfall. Again, this waterfall, water is emotions, feelings, intuition. So all this, that feminine energy that the Oracle of Delphi had as well. But I feel that, so you still have that. That's what I feel. It does have to do with that in a way. Very feminine energy, a lot of intuition, very sensitive, very sensitive. And you still are. and you still are very intuitive. But if I look at that waterfall, I said that earlier on in the review I did today with this deck. I also came across this card, and I see faces in the water, and it feels as if it's angry. I mean, look at that water, the way it just comes down. I'm not certain if you can see because of the lights of the camera. But it's just almost as if it's angry, you know, it's not gently falling over the cliff and going down. No, it's like a roar, an angry roar, almost like destructive. And maybe that's how you are in now this life. That even if you are a man now, okay, that maybe you are too overwhelming with your emotions. Maybe you are often, maybe you get angry easily, or maybe you feel attacked easily. That people don't respect your boundaries, or afraid that people want to take advantage of you. And then you can get either really quite emotional and aim that directly at them again with anger maybe, or maybe even screaming, shouting, drama, or you feel that way on the inside but you don't show it. It's like there's more control needed when it comes to these emotions. Now they're just falling over the cliff, and they're not really channeled, they're not really guided, they're not controlled really. And it's not calm either. It's not calm. It's a lot of anger. I feel anger. I can't help it. I'm sorry if that doesn't resonate with you, then it's something else. But I feel that it is an anger from hurt, right? Anger is always a secondary emotion. It comes from hurt. Feeling hurt deep inside, not being seen, because you were not seen. And I get the sense that you still have that tendency in this life, that you feel that you are not seen for who you are. I do feel anger. I really feel anger. I can't help it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it in the way I'm speaking now. It's like angry because you were not allowed to speak your mind. Couldn't stand up for yourself. You couldn't, do what you wanted to do. It's this, that feeling. Maybe you are quite ambitious because of that. Maybe you are quite driven, career focused, and that would explain why this is in default tarot the wands, right? If there's this fiery, driven, passionate energy. It's like, yeah. So that is also a possibility that it comes out that way, that you are very career-driven or very ambitious to show that you can do it. You can stand up for yourself. You can manifest what you want to do, That's also possible. But that I do wonder if you realize, if that resonates with you, that deep down there is this anger, this hurt piece of you that actually I think wants to cry. Really wants to have a good cry because it wants to be cuddled, loved. It just wants to be seen and loved for who it is, without having to prove itself. Geez, that's deep. Because she wasn't loved either much. You were not seen and loved either much in her past life. It's very distant, is right? You were on a pedestal high up and you had to perform, and almost like a dog doing tricks, jumping through other people's hoops and shit, and never really getting love. You were not loved in that life much. You didn't get a lot of cuddles and kisses and hugs. It wasn't a very warm, emotionally warm life. And that's what you miss now. That's also what makes you angry now. Hurt because you're hurt. Love yourself. Hug yourself, What you can do to heal that. We have this Atsum. And that basically, I have to get a book out with that because there's a few messages with it. But this says that you're not alone. You are loved. There are people around you who care about you, who love you, ancestors, elemental spirits, fairies, angels. They're there for you. They love you. I got goosebumps all over now, from my head to my toes. Seriously, you are loved. You are so loved. Damn, I'm almost crying now. And this is not even my set, but this is deep. You are loved. You are looked after. There's people around you who support you, who help you, ancestors and spirits, and just so many beings around you. They're there for you, and you are intuitive, you are sensitive, you have these powers, you can connect with them, you can feel them if you open up to them. Then you can feel them. Let me get now to the booklet for the message of the Atsum, because there was 2 or 3 different things. It's about reaching your goal. I'm sorry, I just have to read it because there we are. A single word that has many, many meanings. First, it affirms your own strength and focus in the present. You can use it as a command word whenever you find yourself distracted from what is at hand. Then you can say, Atsum, I'm here, and feel yourself attend to the situation or person before you. This word also declares your arrival at your goals and all your wishes coming true. Then you can say, Atsum, I arrive, and take a moment to see yourself reaching your goals absolutely. Whenever you get this card, know that you are on your way to the results you seek with the help of others and the glorious help of spirits. This card also reminds you to be assured that no matter what's happening in your life, Spirit is always there for you. They reach out to you, sharing their light and power, and serving you in every way. From the least to the highest, from the grandma to the divine, an eternal community attends to you. So that is absolutely beautiful. That is really beautiful. Because I feel that maybe you get this card because maybe you are not really in the now, in the present enough, and then you can use this. It then is a message that you have to do that, have to be in the now. Look at what's around you. Because not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone is out to take advantage of you. You are not alone. You are not. You know? And also about your goals. You can have your wishes come true and your goals, but you don't have to do it from this old hurt. Feeling as if you have to prove yourself or something, because now you finally want to stand up for yourself and almost like, fuck it, I don't need anyone else to do the work for me, like here in this life. You didn't have any power. You were used. And they used whatever it was that you had to offer. And now it's like, sorry to use the F word, but it's just it feels so strong, you know. It's you don't have to act from that feeling anymore. You can soften. You can begin to love yourself, love that hurt part of you. Because this is warm. This is lovely. I mean, look at that. That's your life, how it can be, how you can feel. And even though I like waterfalls a lot, this feels a hell of a lot better than that waterfall, because it really feels angry. It feels angry. A lot of anger, and you have to let go of that. Let go of that. Because you can have this. Right? I hope that resonated with you, and I hope you didn't mind me cussing. It was very strong, that message. I can't help it. Please let me know if it resonated with you, and if you liked it and it did resonate, also give me these thumbs, you know. I like that too, to get these likes from you. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon with another reading, or maybe on my websites with whatever else I offer. And, well, I'm going to call it a night myself as well now. I need a break. I've been in tears twice. In serious tears as well, you know. I'm going to let go of that and have a nice drink and watch the series. Have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are. And see you again soon. Bye-bye.